Welcome to Extra Mile Educative Channel. I am your host, Shujaa Rose. Today we are recording from Roswam Hotel, an icon hotel in Kirinyaga County that is at the foot of Mount Kenya. We noticed that our children are at home because of COVID-19, and we wish just to educate them on quite a number of facts about Kirinyaga County. This will make them be proud about their county, and anytime other children are talking about their counties, our children from Kerenyaga will talk about theirs with pride. So I want to start by saying that Kirinyaga County is one of the smallest counties in Kenya, but it has very many features that will surprise everyone. For instance, Kirinyaga County, that starts from Mount Kenya, at the tip of the Mount Kenya, is diamond shaped. The map of Kerenyaga has that shape of a diamond. You know, that shape where the tip is the mountain and the base is actually in Mwea. It's surprising that the fact that it has that shape, it also has characteristics of a diamond. This will amaze you, my listeners. Can you imagine that shape of a diamond, the qualities of a diamond, so unique, is the same way that Kerenyaga is very unique. A diamond has 4 characteristics. Let me mention about the characteristics of a diamond, and it will surprise you again how they resemble the characteristics of Kirinyaga County. When we say that a diamond has characteristics that can be summarized as 4 C's, that is clarity, the issue of cut, the issue of carat, and the issue of kara. Those are 4 C's. I'll be able to expound on the 4 C's as I remind you that even Kerenyaga has 4 sub-counties. We have Geshogo, we have Kirinyaga Central, we have Dia, and we have Mwea. Very unique sub-counties in a very unique county. Let me tell you something, that one of the characteristics of diamond, of which the shape of the map of Kirinyaga takes, is the issue of clarity. Kirinyaga County is very clear, so clear that it takes the characteristics of the snow on Mount Kenya. You know, it is flawless. And if we get some marks on a diamond, then it is not pure diamond. It has to be so clear that you are able to see through it. That is a mark of a diamond. The other mark of a diamond is the cut. If we have a quack cutting a diamond, then what comes out is not a diamond, but something else that we may not be able to describe. The professional cutter cuts a diamond the exact cut. So if a quack cutter cuts a piece of diamond, then what we get, we cannot use it. We lose it. That is the character number 2 of cut. The other character is the issue of kara. It is colorless, and therefore if it has some shade of a kara, then it is not diamond. That is not diamond. And lastly, we have the carat. Carat is the weight. Carat is the weight of the diamond, and we normally say that the best weight is 1 carat. And this carat has got to have a diameter of 6.5 millimeters. That makes a diamond. So why have I likened a diamond and Kerenyaga? I have just said again that the map of Kerenyaga resembles or takes the shape of a diamond. Yet Kerenyaga is actually the diamond that we are talking about. Let's look at it. We have talked about clarity and kara. This is the county where you will get the cleanest water. Kerenyaga has plenty of water. In fact, we have very many rivers crisscrossing each other, joining each other, and therefore all the rivers empty into the major river that we call River Tana, which is fed by waters from Kerenyaga. And therefore we can take pride as Kerenyaga to talk about our waters. Our waters are clean, but more to that, I want to talk about the rivers. And in particular, I'll talk about River Sagana. River Sagana cuts across Kerenyaga at the extreme end of Deer sub-county. But River Sagana is one unique river that if you want to get such a major river, you can only go to Zambia, Mozambique, where we'll pick out a similar river called River Zambezi. So why we say that our River Sagana is so special and unique, because it forms and we take pride in the magical Kenya, where we know that we have a river that has white waters. White waters because the rapids in the river Sagana causes the white waters to exist. The good thing about white waters is that we have very many sporting activity that we can do. River Sagana hosts white water sports, and we're very happy about the existence of this river. And we want to say it's so special, just like the diamond will not be found anywhere. We take pride because our children and our youth have perfected the sporting in water, the white waters. And we remember in 2018, we took part, our children from Riadira in Sagana took part in Olympics, and they were able to go to Spain, and they showed how much we can do. And I believe that if it is well perfected, then we will have a lot of advantages. We'll take a lot of these advantages with our River Sagana. There's so much we can say about the rivers in Kerenyaga, but for now we'll stop it at that. And later on we'll talk about all the other rivers and how unique the rivers are. Let me still talk about the waters of Kerenyaga. There's one very particular characteristic again about our waters. The springs that we have in Kerenyaga apparently produce alkaline water. Alkaline water is popularly known as monyo. Allow me to say monyo in Kikuyu because monyo water is that, it has the taste of rime. And producing that water in a laboratory is very expensive. But as in Kerenyaga, we get it naturally. Wow! Alkaline water is known to heal quite a number of diseases, especially lifestyle diseases. We cannot forget, though more research needs to be done on this, but we know it has been able to help our people deal with diabetes, issues of hypertension, and who knows, it could heal. I wouldn't be shocked to see that it can be able to heal COVID-19. Who knows? You only need to visit Kerenyaga, probably do some experiments, and see how our monyo can be able to heal that. A big number of our wells of monyo, or alkaline water, will be found in Geshogo. That's very unique. You won't find this anywhere else, but in Kerenyaga, you will find it. The second characteristic after water is the raised areas. The raised areas of Kerenyaga are quite a number. Not forgetting Mount Kenya that forms at the tip of Mount Kenya, at the tip of our diamond. And then we have other raised areas, Moridoko Hill, we have Kamuruana. And I want to notice that most of these raised areas, apart from being the source of our waters, people of Kerenyaga have taken advantage of this and have made them prayer areas. In fact, if I can talk about Kamuruana, for example, any day that you visit Kamuruana, whichever time of the day, you will find worshippers, Christians, You know, Kerenyaga is made of people who are very religious. And you'll find them praying, worshipping, and they believe that the place, because the places are highly raised, then they are near God. And therefore their prayers are heard and hearkened to by God fast enough. And therefore they take advantage of these raised areas. And we must not forget that on Mount Kenya actually gave Kenya a name. What am I saying? That Kenya is actually supposed to be called Kerenyaga. So we should be talking about Republic of Kerenyaga. Why? We are told by historians and our grandfathers that when the missionaries were coming and the whites were coming, you know, wanting to see places, they noted the mountain. Remember, this mountain, Mount Kenya, has been mentioned even in the Bible. And therefore they wanted to know it. So what did they do? They walked to Mount Kenya. And on their way from coast, of course, you remember they were using sheep. And on their way to Mount Kenya, they passed through the plains of Machakos and Ukabani in general. And when they asked about Mount Kenya, the direction of Mount Kenya, of course, they were explained for Mount Kenya. But then again, the Kaba people, I'm told, were not able to say Kerenyaga. So they said Kenya. And therefore, the white people thought, this is Kenya. And therefore, they called our country Kenya. And therefore, our Mount Kerenyaga became Mount Kenya. What am I saying? That actually, Kerenyaga is so unique. And we take pride in Kenya to say that we've given Kenya a name. Meaning that if we ever think of changing name Kenya, if anybody gets tired of calling Kenya Kenya, then call it Kerenyaga, Republic of Kerenyaga. Anyway, let's talk about the third very important, very unique characteristic of Kerenyaga. Believe it or not, Kerenyaga, we have excess. When I say excess, I'm talking about excess of everything. Kindness, joy. If you want to meet people who are joyous, then come to Kerenyaga. Above everything, we have excess crops and food. In fact, most people come to Kerenyaga, to our markets. Apparently, our markets are some of the biggest markets, I think I must say, in East Africa. Think about Kagio Market, Kutus Market, Gurufani, we have Kerogoya, Keferegwe, Kerenyaga. You know, all these markets have been able to support so many of our population, especially from Nairobi, and it is no wonder that every day we have a market day in Kerenyaga, and our people from all over, they are able to come here, pick foods, plenty of food, and we are able to feed very many counties. Besides that, we've been able to produce cash crops, very many. We have coffee. You only have to taste Kerenyaga coffee and you'll know what coffee is all about. Think about tea. Tea in Kerenyaga, we produce black, we produce green and purple tea. The issue of excess food, we must say that it is in plenty. So that is the third characteristic of Kerenyaga. Lastly but not the least is the fourth characteristic, and that is our people. The people of Kerenyaga, I have said, they have made or they have produced quite a number of unique items. Our people are so unique because of their dialect, for example. If you visit Kerenyaga, you'll be able to see that we have a quite slightly different dialect from other Kikuyu counties. For instance, if you go to Geshogo, you will find they have their own dialect. If you come to Central, Kerenyaga Central, you'll find people here, where we are reporting from, have a different dialect. When you go to Dia sub-county, You'll also be able to find they have a different dialect. When you go to Mwea, our biggest sub-county, the most populous sub-county, you'll also find they have their own dialect. However, all in all, we have that dialect that makes us very unique. I've just mentioned that our people are unique. If you want to know, the most kind people come to Kerenyaga. Apparently, Kerenyaga people are so unique, and like I've said, they have been able to be farmers for a very long time. And we will be able to note that Kerenyaga was the first county to have a lift, a lift in the building we call Ushirika Bank House in the entire Central Province. If I take the Raja Central Province, as we used to call them then, out of the farmers' sweat, we saw the farmers invest in buildings. In fact, we cannot talk about the growth of our towns in Kerenyaga without mentioning the input of the farmers. And in our case, the farmers in the 70s, you can see that is a long time. When other counties had not developed, our farmers had been able to put up big buildings in Kerenyaga town, like Kirikop, that is Kerenyaga Farmers Cooperative Union building, and also Ushirika Bank building owned by the same farmers, and quite a number of buildings that are also coming up courtesy of farmers. What am I saying? That our people in Kerenyaga are so unique, very lovely people, very polite people, and very development conscious people. That is why I'm saying that Kerenyaga is unique. As I summarize, I must say the uniqueness of Kerenyaga is taking the aspect of 4. Just like we have Diamond that is so unique, taking characteristics of 4. We have talked about clarity, we have talked about cut, we have talked about kara, and we have talked about karat. Then we have come to Kerenyaga and we have said we have 4 major characteristics, and we have summarized them to mean our waters, our raised areas, our excess food and excess items, and lastly, we have talked about our people. We have not forgotten to say that we have 4 sub-counties or 4 constituencies in Kerenyaga, notably Geshogo on the eastern side, Kirinyaga Central at the central portion. We have Deer on the western side, and at the bottom down there we have Mwea constituency that we have said is the most populous, growing rice, of course, very lovely people. Let's not forget that in this channel we'll be talking about very educative segments that will help our people to understand Kerenyaga. We must note that Kerenyaga is unique, and every time we will give you lessons worth noting and worth getting a paper and a pen and taking notes. Why don't you buy a book and call it Extra Mile Educative Episodes? Otherwise, we'll be talking about other things, be it psychological, physical, social, spiritual, and any other area that we'll see of help to our people. Let's meet next time as we talk about Mount Kenya in particular. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Extra Mile Educative Channel by Shujaa Rose. Don't forget again to press the bell button that will give you a notification whenever we upload any video. Thank you. God bless you.